call on Yahawah Shalom to all the elders and apostles and all the other teachers. Just bringing this word out and pissing these devils off because they mad because we bringing out the truth. And they know it's the truth. That's why he's doing all this other stuff and running around, scrambling around. But this topic has been on me heavy because I've been experiencing a lot of different stuff. Different dreams, visions, and stuff manifesting like that. And it happened before at serious points in my life too, but in the scriptures, it definitely happened for our forefathers with them seeing the angels. And that's a topic I want to get into because shit gonna get so serious. Like, the Most High gonna have to be with you to make it out of what's about to happen to this place. He's gonna have to send his angels to help also. So I'm gonna go into some scriptures explaining that and why. You read in the book of Daniel, chapter 12, verse 1, it says, "And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. At the time thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book. The Lord's willing, I'm written in that book." Like I said, I experienced stuff where the Most High can do what he want to do. He can wipe me out, wipe whoever out, or choose who you want to choose. I'm just showing these images right here because over across seas, these heathens, they know exactly how the angels are described, how the men of the Lord in the scriptures look. Ultimately, they know who the Israelites are. But it's crazy because our own people, man, they don't want to embrace this glory. You'll tell them about it, and they'll look at you like you're a damn alien or something. But this statue right here, this in Ukraine, Kyiv, Ukraine. And it's a statue of Michael the Archangel. Now, don't get it twisted. They don't know exactly how he looks, but they have an idea. Because a lot of them scholars over there, they read the scriptures like you got a lot of Russian icons. And a lot of Russians and people from Ukraine, they basically similar anyway. So you have a lot of people, they actually scatter amongst them. And you have a lot of heathens over there too. So I'm going to some more scriptures. A lot of these chariots, which the angels travel in, that's what's been popping up lately. I'm going to try not to make this too long, just going to touch on these points real quick. It's in the book of Psalms, chapter 68, verse 17. It said, "The chariots of Yahawah are 20,000, even thousands of angels. The Lord is among them, as in Sinai and the holy place." Some people be seeing these chariots, even the men of the Lord, when they had chariot sightings or whatever. That's the Lord giving them angels orders to watch over them. Man, it be some wicked shit going on, so you definitely need some angels watching. I'm going through some more scripture. It's in the book of Psalms 34, chapter 7. Not chapter 7. Chapter 34, verse 7. It said, "The angel of the Lord encampeth round about all them that fear him, and delivereth him." So, having that fear is the beginning of knowledge and wisdom. And fearing the Most High, because he control and ordain everything. If you want to send an angel to come help you out, he can do that. If you want to send an angel to come take you out or plague you, he got angels for that too. So I'm going into that even more. Because you got the ones on the left-hand side and the right-hand side. And the scriptures will break that down. It's in the book of 2nd Chronicles, chapter 16, verse 9. It says, "For the eyes of the Lord run to and fro throughout the whole earth." And when you read that, that's a parable. It ain't talking about his eyes growing legs and running and silly stuff like that. Because you have people that read that and think that it says to shew himself strong in the behalf of them whose heart is perfect toward him. "Herein thou hast done foolishly, therefore from henceforth thou shalt have wars." And we're going to some more. Let's see. I was talking about the angels sitting on the left-hand side and the right-hand side. It's in the book of 1 Kings, chapter 22, verse 19. It says, "And he said, Hear thou, therefore the word of the Lord Yahawah. I saw the Lord sitting on his throne, and all the hosts of heaven standing by him. on his right hand, and on his left hand, and on his left. And the Lord said, Who shall persuade Ahab that he may go up and fall at Ramoth Gilead? And one said on this manner, and the other said on that manner. So they basically was conversing about what they're going to do and what should they do. And it says, And there came forth a spirit and stood before the Lord and said, I will persuade him. And the Lord said unto him, Wherewith? And he said, I will go forth, and I will be a lion spirit in the mouth of all his prophets. And he said, Thou shalt persuade him and prevail also. Go forth and do so. So he'll allow these angels to go execute his judgment and do what he tells them to do. And they don't go off either. Ain't no angels rebelling and fighting. Like, okay, I don't want to do this order right here. I'm gonna go rebel. No, ain't none of that. That's why you got angels on the right hand side and the left hand side. Now I know this stuff is real. This ain't nothing I'm just reading just to read and be like, oh, I want to talk about this. I feel like talking. No. I've experienced it. I had life and death situations, and the Most High definitely delivered me in the life and death situations. I've seen some serious stuff, so even the chariots. When the angels come, they ain't looking like how they portray like the little Valentine's Day angels with the little arrow and the diaper on. Ain't none of that stuff. That's fucking fantasy. You know, I'm gonna go into some of the scriptures though and some more stories too. And it's just a faith booster too for, you know, whoever else may come across these videos and understand that these times we coming in, it might seem like it might not be no way out, but the Most High come just in time. So you're reading the book of Joshua, chapter 5, start at verse 13, it said, And it came to pass, when Joshua was by Jericho, that he lifted up his eyes and looked, and behold, there stood a man over against him with his sword drawn in his hand. And Joshua went unto him and said unto him, Art thou for us or for our adversaries? He said, Nay, but as captain of hosts of the Lord Yahawah am I now come. And Joshua fell on his face to the earth, and did worship, and said unto him, What saith my Lord unto his servant? And the captain of the Lord's host said unto Joshua, Loose thy shoe from off thy foot, for the place wherein thou standest is holy. And Joshua did so. So them angels, they serious, they ain't come around to play. How people put them in these cartoons and these little movies with this little nonsense. He was ready to go put in work. And Joshua was trying to see if he was going to take him out or if he was for him. And there's another account I want to go into. See where it's at. It's in the book of 1 Chronicles, chapter 21. Now this one, David was going off. David was, even though he was a man after the Lord's heart, he still went off at times. It says in chapter 21, verse 13, it says, And David, which in Hebrew is named Yahawah, said unto Gad, I am in a great strait, let me fall now into the hand of the Lord. Very great are his mercies, but let me not fall into the hand of man. So the Lord sent pestilence upon Israel, and there fell of Israel 70,000 men. And Yahawah sent an angel into Jerusalem to destroy it. And as he was destroying, the Lord beheld, and he repented him of the evil, and said to the angel that destroyed, It is enough, stand thou thine hand. And the angel of the Lord stood by the threshing floor of Ornan, the Jebusite. And Yahawah lifted up his eyes, and saw the angel of the Lord Yahawah stand between the earth and the heaven, having a drawn sword in his hand stretched out over Jerusalem. Then David and the elders of Israel, who were cloth of sackcloth, fell upon their faces. So the Most High sent them angels, like I said, they gonna help or they gonna smite. And smite is basically they killing. So I'm gonna go into some more scriptures. Just in the Apocrypha I'm about to go into. You had other serious moments in time, you know, when the Lord was sending these angels out. Then you got the top angels, Raphael. You got Michael was the top archangel. You got Gabriel, Uriel, Raphael. I'm gonna go into the meaning of each name because, you know, Most High put a meaning on everything. It ain't just random stuff. So let's see where I'm gonna start at. This is the book of 2 Maccabees, chapter 3. Verse 22, it says, they then called upon the Almighty Lord to keep the things committed of trust safe and sure for those that had committed them. Nevertheless, Heliodorus executed that which was decreed. Now as he was there present himself, with his guard about the treasury, the Lord of spirits and the Prince of all power caused a great apparition, so that all that presumed to come in with him were astonished at the power of Yahawah and fainted and were so afraid. So it was some serious stuff happening. You see them angels pop up, and they're going more into the descriptions. It said, for there appeared unto them a horse with a terrible rider upon him, and adorned with a very fair covering. And he ran fiercely and smote Heliodorus with his forefeet, and it seemed that he that sat upon the horse had complete harness of gold. And that's why they have these images like that, because they know how the angels look. They come with that gold. They come in them ships, them chariots, different colors, looking like different stones, the sapphire, the amber stones, looking like rubies, crystals, metallic, silver, brass. It said, moreover, 2 other young men appeared before him, notable in strength, excellent in beauty,